Hi, Facebook. Hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday season. This is Dr. Stephanie Hampton Credle, and I'm coming to you live from Lily's Boutique in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. I'm trying to wait to see if we can get some other people to come on to our live event this afternoon. And just want to wish you a very, very wonderful holiday season. I hope you had a grand time with your families. And I know that there's so many of you who are out there shopping, which is maybe why we're not getting a lot of people in our Facebook Live today. I have with me my executive director for Lily's Boutique. She's on the camera, Valerie Lyons. So thank you so much, Valerie, for videoing this for me. I wanted to take an opportunity to talk to you all because after all, it's Christmas. And we just got through the probably the #1 shopping day of the season, what we normally know as Black Friday or Navy Blue Holiday or whatever you want to call it. And we're getting ready to move into Cyber Monday. I know you're excited. Everyone loves a sale. So I know there are those of you who are very familiar with the famous Blue Light Special. And we'll keep our eyes attuned to things that just say markdown, that say sale, that say value added, that allow us to get something for what we perceive as a reduced rate. And that's where we have the signs all around us, the signs that say clearance, the signs that say half off, the signs that say reduced. And I'm all for getting a bargain, and I encourage those of you who are listening to me today, yes, absolutely, shop for a bargain. Look for how you can get the most for your shopping buck this holiday season. But the one thing that you cannot do, that you must not do, the thing that you cannot mark down this holiday season, please don't mark down you. See, so many of us want to be valued by someone, want to be purchased by someone, want to be considered by others. And we think about what other people think about us and what they're willing to give in exchange for maybe a friendship with us, a relationship with us, a business partnership with us. We think about what it might take to get that job and what we may have to give in exchange for it. The one thing that you can't give in exchange is you cannot exchange your soul. Unfortunately, so many of us, and I can raise my hand and say in times past, I look to see, what do I have to do? What I got to do to just get you to like me? What do I have to do to get you to accept me? What do I have to do to get that relationship? What am I willing to give in exchange? Don't mark yourself down anymore. As I said before, I'm coming to you from Lily's Boutique. We open and operate a nonprofit agency where we provide very, very gently used clothing for those of our clients who are either unemployed or underemployed. And I thought it would be a great setting for our discussion today. So what do I mean by the markdown? What do I mean by you can't mark yourself down? Well, it's very important that no matter what you might think, no matter what you might be, anxious about having, what are the things that are in your heart that you desire more than anything else? Ladies, maybe it's a relationship. And so someone comes along, they don't have the funds to purchase you. They don't have, the kind of monies that it takes to actually pay full price for you. So what do? We reduce ourselves. We mark ourselves down. We take less than what we're valued at. Why? Because we want to be purchased. We want to be valued. And so we'll take anything in exchange for our value. Ladies, I want to tell you and I want to encourage you, and gentlemen, because certainly this is not a gender related practice. Don't mark yourself down. Let's just decide that this Christmas season, as we move from 2016 with all of its reductions, with all of its markdowns, with all of its compromise, we're going to move into 2017, and guess what? All sales are off. We are going to ask and demand full price for who we are. We will recognize that we have the God in us that says we are more than conquerors. We are highly valued. And so don't mark yourself down. So what happens in the retail world? There are oftentimes, I want to let you know that there were people who will come into your environment. They will step into your space and they will ask you to take less than what you're worth. They will ask you to mark yourself down for them. They'll say, you know what, I want to date you, but I don't want to marry you. They'll say, I want to sleep with you, but I don't want to make you my wife or make you my husband. They'll say, I want you to compromise your integrity. I want you to compromise your ethics in exchange for what? Maybe it's money. Maybe it's fame. Maybe it's fortune. And so what do? We'll start to dim ourselves down. We'll start to mark ourselves down. And we'll start to accept less for ourselves than what we actually are worth. It devalues us. And before you know it, it starts off very simple. Maybe it's just 25% off. I know you want me, so I'll take less than what I'm valued at. I know you don't want to pay full price. I'll take whatever you got. What you got in your pocket? You got some credit? I'll take your credit card. I don't care if you don't have good credit. Just come on in. You know what? We know that all the time. Used car salespeople do it all the time. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, who cares? I just want you to buy something. And the person that we have on sale, it's us. It's our value. It's our integrity. It starts off at 25% down. Before you know it, you're marking yourself down half price. And then you know what? It's 60% off. 60% off. Then 70% off. Hey, why don't you just sell yourself for free? It's time for us to decide. No more markdowns. What is a standard by which you live your life? What are you willing to do to make sure that you can stand very, very confidently in who God called you to be? And you say, hey, this is what it is. This is what it cost. And I'm not willing to accept anything less than true value for who I am. You know, one of the things I know is that I remember there's a point in my life when I was just so anxious about, I want to be a part of this group, or I want to be a part of this relationship, or you know what, I want that job. What are you willing to give? And I remember God spoke to me very clearly. He said, Stephanie, he said, I'm going to need you to take the sales down. I am the master salesman. I know who's buying. I know who will treat you that with the value that you are. So I want you to cut all the sales out. And you know what, ladies? Cut out all the sales tactics. So therefore, you don't have to make yourself, you don't have to show everything to be purchased. Don't do it. If the person can't purchase you and understand who you are without wearing you, then don't sell yourself. And so the Lord said to me, he said, Stephanie, I'm going to have to place you on the as-is rack. The as-is rack is when they cut the blue light on and say, you know what? You have allowed yourself to be touched too much. You have allowed yourself to be hindered too much. You've sold yourself cheap so much so that all I can do is give you a markdown price. I'm going to have to put you on the as-is rack. And that's the rack where, you know, we at Lily's Boutique and other retailers, they decide, you know what, I don't know if this can work, you know. Maybe I need to see if someone with some vision can come by and see if they can fix it. So you start to reduce yourself. All sales are off. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are worth the investment. God has placed some things in you, and you need to understand that He knows who's buying, He knows who's just looking, and He knows who will purchase you, take you home, turn the tags on the inside, wear you to their function, and bring you back the next day, because they have no intention of entering into a commitment and a covenant relationship with you. It can be in a relationship, you know, for boyfriend, girlfriend thing. It can be a job. It can be a business relationship. The one thing I want to share with you this Christmas season is go to every sale you can possibly go to. Take advantage of every opportunity that you can to really get a good price for your dollar. But do not place yourself on the market and allow yourself to be reduced to something that you have never been designed to be. All sales final, no markdowns, no clearance, no blue light. You're worth it. This is Dr. Stephanie Hampton Credle, all the way from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, at Lily's Boutique, saying you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Maintain your value and don't ever mark yourself down. Y'all have a great holiday season.